Hi, this is Corey Sims with iGo Fitness. I'm here at Monona Rehabilitation Clinic with Dr. Lisa Clopper, good friend of mine and outstanding PT. And she's going to be taking care of my really tight hip flexors today. So just do a couple of things to test it out and see how tight they are. And,
yep.
Okay.
Definitely. So what I'm going to do is, it's called the Thomas test. It's a really quick clinical test to check hip flexor length. So Corey, what I'm going to have you do is scoot forward just a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to have you bring one knee up to your chest. Okay, good. So I'm going to help you lay down here. And so he's laying flat. So what I'm looking for here is to make sure if this right here is level with the table. It looks a little bit tight here, and the knee should be at least 80 degrees of flexion. So what I'm going to do here, you feel a stretch there, Corey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So to check if it's the psoas, the iliopsoas, the main hip flexor muscle, or the quadriceps muscle here, I'm going to straighten the knee and see if it drops any further. Okay, so if it does drop a little further, I knocked out the rectus, femoris, the main quadriceps muscle, to see if it got any bit lower and if it was a little bit more flexible. So if it is still tight with the rectus taken out, that's mainly the psoas muscle kicking in. Also, another thing I can look for here is tightness of the IT band, the band that connects from your hip to your knee. So if the leg bows out a little bit, you have a tight IT band. So,
How am I doing?
you're doing pretty good.
Sweet.
You have a little bit of rectus tightness, it looks like, and a little bit of hip flexor tightness. So what I'm going to do is just gently push up on this knee and pull down on this one lightly to help stretch it out a little bit. So another technique I can use is called the contract relax. It's a nice stretching little pattern. So what I'm going to have him do is push up into my left hand here. Hold it for about 7 seconds. And relax. And then I'm going to take up the slack, so I'm going to push him down a little bit further. I'm going to have you push up slowly. And good, relax. And one more time. Good, and relax. So that helps stretch it out a little bit. So then I'm going to sit him up after that. How's it feeling?
It feels pretty good.
All right.
So that wasn't too bad, right?
No.
Okay. So let's say I got this table. If I don't have a table, is there any other way I can do this stretch?
Yes, there is, Corey.
Right.
So another way to do this is you can get down on the floor on one knee. You want to make sure you have something cushioning your knee so it's not too hard on the floor.
You want me to do it so you can just kind of talk me through it?
Sure, go for it. So what I'm going to have you do is get down in a split stance here.
Well, let me just stretch the same side, right?
Yeah.
Get it all nice.
Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to tuck your butt in, so you're going to squeeze your glutes.
Okay.
Make sure your back does not arch, but you want to sit up nice and tall. Knee goes forward as far as you want to go to get a better stretch, and you're keeping that glute nice and tight so you feel that stretch in your front of your hip here. How does that feel?
Feels great.
You want to hold stretches for 30 seconds at least to get a good stretch. You also want to do a few of them, so probably 3 sets of 30 seconds,
All right.
at least twice a day,
All right.
to get a good advantageous stretch.
Cool.
Okay?
So let's say I'm out in the park somewhere, I'm at a gym, and I don't have a table, and I want to do that Thomas test. Is there a way to do that? Or?
Yes, there is. Well, you can kind of modify it a little bit. You can pick up a foam roll. They're about $10 to $15. You can get them at Amazon.com, or you can check other websites to compare prices.
Or you can get them through me.
Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to actually have you lay down on this.
Alright. So.
Good. So you can do that. Now I'm going to have you take one hip, and then you can have one leg just drop. And you can actually also feel a stretch with that. Do you feel a stretch with that?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay, so you can also have somebody, if you have somebody with you, just push down right there.
Alright.
Modified version of the Thomas test. You can't really check between rectus versus psoas.
Right.
However, it's still, you're able to stretch the iliopsoas
And get
and
the job
rectus.
done.
Yeah, you get the job done.
Nice. Well, that wasn't too bad, right?
No.
Okay, so if you're not too bad, then you can use these modalities, but if you need some extra help and you need to clear your stuff up, then
Come see
come
me.
down here because you're cut off.
Yes.
No one can see your head.
All right.
All right, come see Lisa at the Monona Rehab Clinic. All right?
Yes. All right.
Cool. The information will be at the bottom of the screen for all of you. All right?
Thank you.
See you next week.